Welcome to Mid-South Audio.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Recall the Podcast. My name is Josh, and today I'm actually going to let Connor do the introductions of where we're at because he's helped make all of this possible. So, Connor.
Welcome to Mid-South Audio.
Yeah.
We are in Studio B with Ross Douglas, McRiffin himself, Connor O'Malley, Garrett Fez.
Hi.
Josh.
Hi, I'm always here. So
I don't exist.
So there are two new people here. Please introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do in this band?
I'm Connor O'Malley. I guess just call me O'Malley, or else it's gonna get real confusing real quick.
Connor number 2.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
Backseat Connor.
Well,
Better Connor.
Hey, just because I rode in the back in the truck today and yesterday and all the other times, whatever, doesn't mean
I don't
anything.
think we need to know about
Well,
that.
Connor and I, we met in middle school, Wall Intermediate School in New Jersey, and
Hello,
we were
fellow peers.
Yeah, we were in another band together for some time before he left me to die.
Yes.
And then ever since Dutchman was founded and created, Connor would call me up every so often and say, hey, we're playing this gig, want to join us? And I would say, of course I do. And
We've been in love ever since.
well, we were in love since we met.
We just had to hide it.
But no, I mean, more recently I've been playing more and more gigs with these guys, and I love them, and they love me very clearly.
Very cool.
Looking at you, Garrett. And Connor said, hey, want to go from hired gun to band member? And I said, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean,
Ross, how about you? Introduce yourself, bud.
So my name is Ross Douglas. I work for Mid-South Audio, which is where we're at right now. I'm an audio engineer. My main role for them is studio recording engineer and mixing engineer. So I had the pleasure of mixing this band's latest work. Had a lot of fun. Met them all about last year, January, when they were in WBOC in Salisbury, Maryland, and on the Mid-South Audio stage, they had a heck of a performance. Got their contacts and history since. We worked on the album all last year, and so yeah, that's pretty much how I got in
Very
the
cool.
seat that I'm in right now. I don't know if I regret it or not.
It's taller than mine.
It is taller than Garrett, so I think that says a lot. I might be in the band.
Oh, you're definitely in the band.
I'm
now.
the bass player now, so
Yeah, there you go.
He's the captain
Easy
now.
shoes to fill.
yeah.
You could have two bass players.
I mean, bass players is what they.
And on the bass
you do
guitar.
like a little pluck, and that's it, right?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Sometimes with the fingers.
Settle down, ladies.
Well, let's talk about that new album here for a bit. What's it about? What's going on with it?
Buttered sausage.
Yeah, what's it about? Springfield 78. Not to be confused with Springfield 79.
Which came
It's a
first?
whole different
I
song.
do have
It's a whole
questions.
different song. We started recording that in 2022. First song was Going Nowhere, and then always meant to finish it every year and always got busy with gigs or doing something else. So we ended up being so happy with how Ross did our sound on TV that we thought that'd be a really good addition to making the album better. So we spent all last year crafting it. Mazzetti Western was the last one to be done. We worked a lot of that out here and did the arrangements. The cymbal swells and the orchestra as well for Mazzetti Western Reprise was done here. Any notes on that?
It definitely took a while to get to where we ended up, which I was very happy with how it came out. But that's one of the songs that I had heard about for months. You had kept telling me, we have another song. Next time we come in, we're going to do that. You guys came back, said the same exact thing.
Yeah.
So, overall, like that song, I think had the most work done on it, but again, I loved how it came out. There's not a song on the album that I worked on that I was displeased with. So, overall, it's, yeah.
Awesome. Connor's first actual recorded part with us was on Springfield 79. In Your Heart, he plays the slide.
Yeah, that's true. That was, what year was that I came down and we did that?
2022.
Yeah, we went.
Over to Electric Fossil Studio, and Kirby helped engineer that.
Yeah, that was it. We went into a weekend saying, all right, we got 6 songs we're going to record. We almost finished one.
We almost
and then what, 3 years later,
That was the best
it
hill
made
I've ever been
onto
through.
a record.
That's so funny. It's our biggest hit. It's over 102,000 streams on Spotify organically,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to put it out at all. Garrett had to talk me into it.
I mean, it's a completely different song than it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same.
It was
Now there's
one.
quieter drums on it.
It was one song, and then it became a different song, completely different song. You know.
How many versions did you go through?
3.
3.
Yeah.
Just to go back to the other one.
And Ross, as the engineer, what were some of the struggles to getting the album ready for radio?
All right, so yeah, the musicians.
Talk about the last 3 days before it was out.
So yeah, 3 days before the album comes out, which I thought was, we were done.
Christmas
Christmas
vacation.
vacation's coming up for a lot of us, and Connor texted me saying, "Hey, one of the songs is in mono," and I'm like, "There's no way! Like, how did we miss that?" Because in the studio we're listening to it, and I bounce it, and then if any engineers out there watching this, Pro Tools, I'm a Pro Tools avid user, and it's sometimes just you're going too fast and you put it in mono.
Yeah.
But we got that done. We got it out. I'd say the biggest struggle for me last year summer when we were doing the bulk of the work, Connor came to me and was like, "Hey, we want to make this sound as warm as possible. We want to make it sound like the era that we're going for. Do you have a tape machine?" And at Mid-South Audio, we do a lot of digital transfer. So, come in with your reel to reels, your anything analog, we can convert to digital.
Very
So
cool.
we do have a tape machine, reel to reel tape machine, and I do that for transfers. But I was like, yeah, we do. He wanted to use that tape machine to make that sound. So as a 25-year-old in 2026 or 2025 last year, but I was like, I've never recorded to tape machine. I've never had to, because we have the beauty of digital and Pro Tools. Everything's so much easier. Everything's so much easier. So I'm not a hater now. I learned to love it. Definitely has a warm sound to it. But yeah, I mean, just learning the learning curve of rewiring my brain to live in the 70s and the 80s. And I was like, all right, well, this is how a tape machine gets routed to Pro Tools. And so I did all of that. and then, I was using the board, which a lot of times as an engineer, I mix in the box. I use Pro Tools. I do use plugins a lot. But that forced me to get creative, forced me to get limited with what I could do on our AASP Heritage Lineage console. And, I liked how it came out. I think you guys liked how it came out.
It
It
would
sounds
not
really
be as
good,
good
yeah.
if it was
Yeah.
not for Ross's wizard fingers. I was going to say
Yeah.
magician fingers, but that doesn't sound right.
I don't like that at all.
Does any of it sound right?
You can just say I did a good job.
You have wonderful fingers.
Nobody's ever told me that.
Sometimes you don't ask questions; you just let them talk.
But yeah,
That's the
so-
story of our lives there. Just let us talk.
Yep.
We'll have fun.
So yeah, I'd say, I mean, as struggle is a harsh word, but I think it was a learning curve, but I enjoyed the learning process. I'm still gonna push them to let me use Pro Tools every now and then, because I just saying I could probably get the same exact sound, but
Are you gonna let him?
No.
probably not. But again, I like a challenge, and I had a good time. So
All right, very cool. Papa Frank, let's talk about it.
Also known as Dealey Stan
Or fried onions.
Oh,
or fried
okay.
onions. That was the week that Sugarloaf first got in touch with us. Unrelated, I had came up with that piano line, and I told Garrett, I had two, and I told Garrett, "Oh, we should work on this one." He goes, "No, I like the other one you got." I like whatever that was. To be clear, I do not remember what it was or how to play it.
I don't think they're named.
Papa
I don't
Frank
think
took
they're
precedent
named.
very quick.
Yeah.
But they got in touch, and then we had a meeting on Zoom with them and talked about doing a song for their soundtrack. And this is before Bob Weber was involved. I just had the piano riff So I real quick, fast, in a hurry put together a demo and then had Franco come in and play on it. He did all the organ parts. I did the piano, he did the organs, and then he did a Rhodes part that never ended up making it onto the recording. And we sent it off about half as long to Sugarloaf, and they thought it was cool. And then they had suggested, "Oh, you should see if you can get in touch and talk to Bob Weber." And then I think I thought of, "Oh, cool, it'd be a cool idea to play on a song with him." Garrett agreed,
Right.
and then we ended up reworking it around to have Bob on it.
Very
The
cool.
original guitar parts were just Franco and my guitar, and mine was just a place filler, just for Bob to be able to know kind of the vibe, and then also for Franco to have something to play off of. But man, that came out way better than it probably would have in any other scenario for just an instrumental.
Right. It was very cool. Yeah, it was surprising to see an instrumental itself. That's not very common on an album anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 2 on the album because 79 is also
Yeah,
one.
79 is one, and so is Mazzetti Western Reprise.
So that's 3.
There's 3.
Yeah.
Talking about instrumentals, and I do think that I really appreciated it.
Yeah.
I love a good instrumental track, and I think it makes the album pop more.
Right.
There's some awesome lyrics throughout the whole album, but just hearing 2 sweet guitar parts go back and forth, and then keyboard, and then just going back and forth between instruments, they're acting as the voice itself, and
Right.
I love that because you're not bored. It's not to do an instrumental correctly. You want to keep the listener active, and constantly like finding parts of like, ooh, that was cool, and they nailed it. So Papa Franca personally was like one of my favorite tracks to mix. I used the board. We did the whole thing through the tape, and then Bob Weber, you telling me that Bob Weber was pleased with it, made my day.
He was very happy
So-
with the sound of everything. He said it couldn't have been better than anything better.
So I was really proud of that. So
Very good.
yeah.
That's how we
Very
thought
good.
about Bob's part.
Yeah,
that too.
so more
He killed it.
a more timeline. I think it was recorded the backing track, recorded my guitar parts, and it was going to be shorter with the original intention to not even have me playing guitar on it. It was supposed to just be Bob and Franco going back and forth.
More of
And
a
when we
map
got
marker.
go back. I think Bob did his parts while we were in Colorado shooting our scenes in the movie and recording out there. And then we had got them when we had got back to Delaware. And I thought it was so neat. I was like, I just want to hear it be like if I played a guitar part back and forth with Bob Weber. It ended up sounding so good, we ended up just keeping it. Bob, just to be clear, did not hear my guitar parts
No.
ever till it was finished.
Wow.
So the fact that those stitched together so well the way they do, it was just pure happenstance. I think Bob said something like, not verbatim, I don't remember what he said, but they had the same feel, the same blood to them or something. He liked the way they were.
Very good.
They talk to each other, It's
Yeah.
kind of like, when John and Paul are both singing on a song, how they both sing it very differently, but it complements each other,
Let's
Yes.
talk about Franco's organ though for a minute. That last organ pass.
Franco coming in and doing that was just so much fun. To
Coming
have
in
him
hot.
back, to have him back in for a minute to do that with us and
Yeah, we
being
hadn't
in the
worked with
same room.
Franco in over a year and a half, I think,
No.
at that point, right?
It's always fun to see Franco come up with stuff the way that he does.
And just to be clear, world, everybody gets along in this band.
Yeah.
Franco just wanted to do something else. Franco comes over on Christmas.
Hello again,
There
Franco.
you go.
Hi,
Hi,
Franco.
I've never met you, Franco, but hi.
Same.
You would love him. You'd love him.
I love your parts.
You'd like him.
But
What?
It's just always.
I love your
not
parts in the
cut
song
that.
of Papa
Yeah,
Franca.
that stays
I love
in.
your keyboard parts.
We all understand.
Let me premise that.
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
That's on you to figure out in the rest of the
No
world.
old media train.
Don't cut it.
No.
Man.
Oh man, Springfield 78. First off, is there anything about the Springfield? Because now there's 2 songs. Is
It
there
was going to be our band name.
It was gonna be your
Yeah,
band name.
almost 10 years ago, that was a contender. It was supposed to be Springfield instead of Dutchman.
Okay, so that leads to the question: since there's 2 of them now, is there going to be a series that you're going to make into an album later?
What do you
No,
think?
no, you know what? Is that pure laziness?
Yeah, oh,
Pure
well,
laziness. Because I always name a song, or most of us sometimes name a song after the lyrics, and there was no lyrics on it. So I was like, Springfield 79 sounds good, like Funk 49 by Joe Walsh.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I had written 78, at least the parts that have vocals, and I had no name for it the night before, probably because that's a line in the song. But then we added all the layers onto it, and then the end with the saxophone. I was like, oh, we should call it Springfield 78, like Funk 48 and Funk 49.
Yeah. Because at that point, you're like, well, what do we call this? Like, that's not the simple name to just slap on, you know?
And
It
just to
can
be
mean
clear,
whatever you want it to mean.
there is
really.
a Springfield 77 that is unreleased in the bowels of the archives.
It's true.
Make a bunch, make an album, collect them all together.
Well, and that's
The
all,
Springfields.
That's also why
The
they go back to
Springfield.
back to each other on the album, and sometimes if we do it live, just goes back to back because 79 going into 78 just transitions perfectly.
Springfield Volume 4.
There's the volume four.
Look, we like some Huey Lewis in the news, but we're avoiding the 80s, if you can't tell. We're just
Yeah,
going
got
the
you.
other way. Yeah.
We're just touching.
If I'm being honest, 78 sounds like it could be like a cool intro to a movie or something like that. But you could just see somebody like driving down the car with 78 playing on the radio or whatever in the intro.
I did, in fact, pitch it to the movie. It has been undetermined whether it will be used or not as of the taping of this interview.
Yeah, very good thinkers behind that work.
I know the album art is wild looking.
Thank you.
I like
agree.
that.
It's actually a picture of Ross that got animated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it really?
Yep,
Yes,
that's a
it's
big-
Ross's parts.
We took him, put him into a
enough of that,
software,
enough of
and
that.
that's what came out.
Oh man, I had wrote a note that said that it looked wild because it looked like Connor's face, but in clay with a bandana.
Not that far
So
off,
there is
actually.
something,
Really
something
not.
to it,
It's my
actually.
mustache, Franco's round glasses, and Garrett's bandana. But nobody gets it because it came out when we're older, and that was way back then the look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Franco used to have round glasses, and then I had always had the mustache, I guess. And then Garrett used to wear a bandana at the gigs. So that was the idea. And then it was supposed to be the Dutchman. That's
The
what
Dutchman.
That
thing
is the Dutchman.
It is.
We are not flying. We are not the.
Thank
we are
you.
the Dutchman.
That is the best way to put that.
The last time.
As I stand here
Sitting today.
Oh man, the Spotify numbers keep going up. How is that making you guys feel?
Excited.
Nervous.
Tired.
Nervous?
Excited.
Does it change the way you're thinking about the band?
People are watching and listening.
Yeah.
I think
People
I'm
are
smiling
watching.
more.
I said to Garrett
You
like
are.
a year ago, I was like, I think people are noticing now.
Yeah. Oh, they're definitely noticing.
It's keeping us to strive to do better than what we did last.
there you
That's
go.
what it is.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
been
that.
the goal ever since
yeah.
day one. Always, if we ever do worse than we did before, we will quit.
It's true.
I mean, we've already been asked when the next album's coming out.
Yeah.
Apparently, we already have something coming,
Yeah.
so
Do you
so
get
hard
that,
on
do you
them.
get asked that every
Well,
podcast?
when the album was coming out, the joke, we were
It's
going
out
to make
now.
a commercial for the album, and it was going to be the album cover, and then the dates getting hammered by the next. Because I think we quoted you June last year, and it didn't come out
Something
till
like
December
that.
31st. We really did push it till the 11th and a half hour.
I think Garrett said it'll come out when it comes out or
Yeah.
something like that.
didn't we have it also on the website, just like under touring dates? Dutchman's currently in the studio,
We
and
were always-
it's been on there for the past 5 years.
Yeah, so are the Beatles.
We have not been. We've been playing shows. Fez is in charge of the website. We lost a subscriber within the week that he's been in charge. Thanks, man.
It wasn't even my fault.
No, he got chewed out about that one. He's been chewed out before. Be all right.
Look, can we talk about the movie a little bit? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're in
Alright.
post production right now. I know the overall story because I know about Sugarloaf, but I don't know the intricacies behind what they chose to include about their story. Our scene was shot at the famous Aslat Theater where the Red Hot Chili Peppers played.
There you go.
In color, yep.
If you go outside of the theater, there's a star and chili is spelled chile.
Like a Hollywood star, like
Yeah.
Hall of Fame thing, like Walk
They
of Fame.
played there in 1988 with their socks on.
Yeah, so socks on their,
All right then.
you know.
They did have socks on.
All
they
right.
did.
Yeah, they had only socks on. We shot a scene there. You will have to see the movie to see it. We used that Telecaster, Rosewood Telecaster, in the scene.
Oh wait, I just totally.
Keep that.
There's two guitars behind me. That's all I know.
This Gibson SG
all you
behind
need to know.
Connor, the actor who played Bob Weber in the movie. His name is Cass. Used this guitar during his Aslat scenes, as well as Mick Riffin over here used it on TV yesterday. We We were there for about, what, 12 hours, Garrett?
Absolutely, every bit.
Yeah, every bit of
all day there.
every bit of 12 hours.
Oh yeah.
Stacey Raymond, the writer and one of the producers.
Yep.
Executive producer, right? She,
One of the producers.
So gracious. She had us there. Her son Bailey was there as well, aka Kick Stevens. He plays Bob Raymond in the movie, his grandfather. He actually got to use the original Rickenbacker bass his grandfather used on the Midnight Special, as well as letting Garrett use it in our scene for our Papa Frank video.
Very cool.
If you watch the Papa Frank video, it's all B-roll from our time on the set, as well as performing on the run on the stage. Speaking of that, Ross did the ASLAP mix for that.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah. That was a interesting day. You guys came in. I didn't know what we were doing. This happens a lot. They hit me up. They're like, "Hey, can we book some studio time?" I'm like, "Cool, yeah." We'll pick a day. They come in, no clue what we're doing. I was maybe it's Mazzetti, and maybe finally we're doing Mazzetti. But they bring in some footage because this is a couple weeks after they get back from Colorado, and they bring in the footage and they explain, this is ASLAP Theater. This is we just want to make this sound.
We used the CBS or the NBC audio for that from here, right?
So the same audio I mixed live, they took, and then I just made it a little.
He put reverb on it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I basically made it sound. I basically made it sound like they were playing in the theater. So then we got a little creative. It was cool. It was like I don't have that type of work given to me a lot, where I'm mixing audio for a video. In that sense, that
he did it really good too, because it really does sound like it. When you're in the theater, the drum kit was real and not padded, so you hit the snare drum and you'd hear it a mile away.
So that's one of the notes you gave me.
Yeah, I was like, just make it sound
cool.
like the snare in that room.
We should give Fez 2 minutes to explain.
So when we get there, the drum set they're using for the scene that we're there for is a blue Ludwig. What was it? It's an acrylic
Visalite?
kit. Visalite. It was a blue Ludwig Visalite, completely like John Bonham used to use. And that's one of my favorite kits ever. As soon as I saw it, I'm just like, I have to sit down and play on that kit. And they had a Ludwig Acrylite snare drum, which is one of my favorite snare drums because it has just one of the best cracks of all snare drums. Soon as the drummer was hitting it and starting to play for the scene, it just echoed and reverberated throughout the entire theater. And it was like one of the best sounding drum kits I've ever heard in my life.
Very
and then I asked him very nice. He's like, "You guys mind if I play on that for a little bit?" And they said, "Yeah, go ahead." I sat down, and of course, it's a Visalite kit. I had to play the intro to Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin, and I was like, this is so amazing. But yeah, no, again, that drum kit, the snare drum, just the entire theater as itself, just sounded amazing. Loved it.
Props
Very
to
cool.
Stacy. She was so cool about just can I go up there and look at that? Oh yeah, go ahead. The best part is she let us shoot a music video on set while they were changing cameras.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was mighty of her, because they were very busy and it was very late. I think we shot the On the Run thing at like 11:30 at night.
But the people there like stopped and watched us. Like the cast and some of the crew, they just stopped and looked at us. And when we got done, we got an applause. They
Very cool.
absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was funny.
Very cool.
great.
So we got the album. You guys are going to be doing a movie. Press release conferences. Is there a tour coming up for it, or?
I've been dreading this question all weekend, and not even for this interview.
Yeah.
There is a tour in the works
Okay.
for the East Coast, but it starts in Denver and works our way back here, and then we go up and down the East Coast. It has something to do with the movie. You'll have to keep in tune to make sure you hear about it. That's all I can says, and I won't says no more.
Very good. What goes into like the press of it all? Like how much?
Oh dear
Time,
God, that was
attention.
months.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because what I got you. When did I ask you for your quote? August.
Probably, yeah.
Our eyes are
Ross,
still
I think
bleeding
so.
from staring
Was
at
it
the
August?
computer
I think
screen.
When I ask you, you're in the press release.
Yeah.
When I ask you for your quote, August.
ish. Yeah.
And then we had to
probably.
rewrite it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was September. Actually,
It was 2 or 3 times. we
Yeah, I
rewrote
think it was September. Because it was after you guys got back from Colorado.
That's that much better. Yeah.
Is it? Is it really that much better?
Huge time difference.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
already in January of 26.
Yeah, because we wanted to have the album, everything but Mazzetti Western was pretty much not mixed, but it was all recorded and finished. The parts were finished by what? August, right?
July. I know
July, 'cause
we had
was it
4
before or
songs
after we went to Boston?
before.
Okay.
Wait, no. Okay.
No,
I
we
don't
came
know.
back and did work here.
I think I blacked out
early
last
August.
year, and now I'm like, I'm awake. now.
No, we did.
we sort of did too.
It's
some
the
parts.
recording
Yeah.
rituals every
Yeah,
time we.
I know.
work.
You guys had me mix 2 songs in the spring, 2 songs in the summer,
Yeah. Okay. So it was,
and then you came back.
and then we did like
we did random stuff like the video. We
Yeah.
did that, and then we had a video shoot in December,
Yeah.
and then like 4 more songs in December, November, October. I don't know, but yeah, it was.
The latter half
we were
of
busy
kinda
boys.
jumbled up. Yeah, it jumbled up.
I think Eric takes the burden of the press releases because he's the publicist. He knows where it's going, what it should sound like, what it should be. But we've done it for about 6 years now with him this year. So we know roughly what he expects. I don't know. What do you think, Garrett? What's the most burdening part of a press release? Is it getting all the quotes?
It's the crow's feet. They get longer every year.
Yeah.
I think it was just writing it, making sure that everything was the way it needed to be.
Spelled
again.
correctly.
Especially because we were
And
so
again.
busy last year. It's just like, what do we put in it?
That
And
was the
how do
har-
we
that
put
was
it?
the hardest
That was.
part.
Oh yeah,
Actually,
loading all of
we were
that.
very
What a
proud.
year
Like, we were
last
very
year.
proud of it, but
we
we're like,
kept-
how the hell do you elaborate this to anyone and not make it a snore fest? of
We had
just
so
words?
much good stuff. We had to cut stuff out, like
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
that any other band would be mentioning because hey, you should mention that.
It's like we would write it, we would get something settled, then another thing would come up, and it's like, okay, now we put that in there, let's fix it again. Then another thing would come up, it's just
Right.
one after the other. And then working with the movie, getting the more information on that, and working with all that, it's just like we gotta.
It's a good problem to have.
Again,
though.
our eyes, I think,
Yeah,
are still
it's- I
bleeding
remember
just
saying
staring
a
at a
lot,
screen.
Good problem to have.
Yeah, that's been our thing last few
Yeah.
months here. It's been like we're stressed, but it's good. It's a good problem to have.
It's nice for me as their mixing engineer temporarily. Whenever you guys fire me,
We don't.
Can we
Once
fire
we
you?
find
No.
something we
Is that
like,
a thing?
Ross,
You know,
we
you
don't
can
leave.
speak things into
I can confirm
existence.
this.
more so making the joke. It's fun for me to see you guys excel because I get to work with you guys, and I'm not. I don't like being in the spotlight, but I like working with people that can be in the spotlight.
As he sits in
And-
front of the
I
main-
didn't
middle
choose a seat.
seat.
I wanted to just in
Yeah.
Connor's spot. I wanted to clarify.
This is Connor
Go
Corner.
But I just it's nice that I get to. It makes me feel good about myself and my work because I get to be a part of your guys' journey. But my job's the easy part. You guys make the music. You guys have to play it correctly. That's the hard part. And then my job is just making you guys sound a little bit better than how you recorded it. And it's a lot goes into it, but at the same time, more goes into what you guys do. So it's nice for me just to be able to do that much and, be supportive of you guys. So,
And he's a great engineer. And so is Kirby. Nothing against Kirby. We just wanted to change up what
Kirby's
we were doing.
wonderful. And, he does a great job with your guys' stuff. I think the stars aligned when I met you guys.
Yeah.
And because I was, at that time, the clients I have, they're all great, but you guys brought something that I wasn't working with a lot, which is your sound. That sound doesn't come into a studio every single day. So it was really cool to be able to work with music that, I grew up on and other people our age, our parents grew up on. So, really cool stuff. So,
Yeah.
How do I make this bass drum sound good without an 808?
yes, exactly.
And boy, did we do it. Or you did it, yes.
All right, let's get
Boost
into
to
the
2K
fun.
and then boost to
Oh, no.
60.
Let's
Wait, this wasn't the fun part?
let's get into the fun questions. What is your biggest milestone of last year, 2025?
It's only hard because there was a lot of them. By sheer numbers,
It's up to you. What do you think?
Probably the movie. Probably the
Yeah.
movie,
Everything-
and working with Bob
It's a pretty
Weber.
big thing.
Everything
odd-
dealing with the movie.
Because like when you're in a band,
with Colorado, and then we went Boston and played live on the radio, and then Jersey, we had a radio residency for 9 months.
and when you think of a band, the first thing you think of is not, hey, ZZ Top was in that movie. You know what I mean? Like, you think about music and everything to do with music, not necessarily movies. And
Right.
Then, yeah, we somehow gracefully got involved through Stacy, and that was amazing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What is the prominent goal for 2026? What would make you happy to have accomplished this year?
Well,
20,000 streams on our new song.
Very well.
check.
That's a reasonable goal.
The album,
And now I don't have to worry.
the album being out and it's now being circulated and heard by everybody.
Very good.
Continuing that to get all the streams and the listens it needs.
So far, according to Spotify for Artists, the album has 72,688 streams or something already altogether. And then Papa Frank's at 20,000. On the Run's over 40,000, I think. I could be wrong, just under maybe.
But who's counting?
Yeah.
Spotify
It'd be
is,
worse if I remembered.
thankfully.
Because they sometimes kind of pay.
Who is they?
I don't know. Well, Garrett's quoted on TV saying we're making a new album, so I guess that's what we're doing.
Thanks, Garrett.
New things are coming.
December
It's coming out.
31st, 2026.
Appreciate you, buddy.
We
April
totally
12th.
picked that
Yeah.
day with no prior warning of release because that was a plan.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
Said with confidence.
Said with confidence.
That's up. Yes.
Did you, in any way, shape, or form, think that Dutchman would be as big as it is today?
Oh God, no.
As a pain in the ass, or is
Your call.
All of the above.
It's not. It's never we deserved this. It's always, wow. It is. Well, it must be good, I guess.
We're always surprised by ourselves, especially again now with Spotify having numbers. We're just like, wow.
For new listeners, what song on the new album would turn them into fans of Dutchman? If they had one song.
That's
What song's on the record
On
again?
the Run. On the Run in your
On
heart.
the Run.
Zeddy Western.
this one?
So the whole album.
This
Yeah.
78.
Mostly
Going
I think
nowhere.
That's because the
Need
entire
You Now.
album is like
Right.
there's so many flavors on it. It's not like, oh, this is Dutchman in one song. It's like because you can hear 78 and you're like, oh, it's so long and it has a lot of texture to it, but it's not necessarily everything that we touched upon in the album either.
Right.
So it's just because it's a long one doesn't mean it's everything we're capable of.
This album's
good.
dedicated to a guy who 8 years ago said we were nothing but a shitty country band. Lick me.
Oh, wow.
that's the clip
And you
right
can leave
there.
that in.
It's country
That's the
Americana,
YouTube clip
actually.
right there.
I got permission to keep that in. So
We did. We got called a shitty country band once.
yeah, I just heard
Before,
about it.
We're not even
before he heard In Your Heart, he never
yeah.
heard that.
In Your Heart's the only one that sounds like country, and that's way later than when that happened.
Wow.
That
What
did
was he
get
listening to
nominated
that he
for
said
Best
that?
Country Americana Song. That
Hey,
one.
there you go.
Unreleased track all my life.
So as we wrap up here, where can everybody find you? What's the best place to get in contact if they want to work with you and stuff like that?
Instagram is best for contact and pictures. Facebook. I think Garrett's phone number is on a couple of business cards somewhere.
Oh yeah.
And anywhere you find music, any streaming service.
And of course, we have the email attached to the website.
Just contact Dutchman
Dutchmannow.
now at dutchmannow.com.
That's the email. The website is dutchmannow.com.
You got there.
Aren't you know we own the license to that? We ain't never giving it up. It's
No,
perfect.
it's
Powered by Squarespace, Spawn Not Spawn.
Partnered with Bonfire.
I have Dutchman later.
and Nike.
Ross, do you want to throw
Sponsored
in
by
a,
South.
Yeah, we have
a
Nike
plug
merch.
for
So-
Mid-South?
Yeah, Milton, Delaware is where we're located. Mid-South Audio. We are a professional studio. Any recording, mixing you need, we're the place. We have a showroom, which you took footage of, but it's something unique where you go to a normal music store, you're going to see guitars, instruments, all that stuff. We sell strictly audio equipment, video equipment, lighting equipment. So anybody who needs to get stuff for gigs, production, anything production, we're your people. And we have great deals. We do production, live production, live sound, live audio, live video, lighting, all of the above across the whole country. That's
Very
our goal,
cool.
but we do mainly the East Coast, and then we also have a whole integration side of the business where we install sound, lighting, video. We're aces. What's the phrase?
Master of fingers.
No, the other
Master
one.
of everything.
The other phase.
Audio. So check out
I'm sorry, I couldn't help
midsouthaudio.com. And if you need a mixing recording engineer, I'm your guy.
You will
Alright.
not regret it.
But I might be a little busy due to
Yes.
these guys. So, which I'm not mad at.
I'll definitely put a link in the description for everything that we've discussed here today. Thank you guys for having me back and doing more talking with you, Mid-South. I appreciate,
Of course.
allowing me to use the space and kind of record everything here. Dutchman, thank you. I'll see you next time.
See you next
Thank
time.
you. All your work.
Bye-bye.
Happy trails.